because being from York, we didn't have oh, like we say oh, so, no, go instead of
I love
so,
that sound.
no, go.
I told you I went to York recently, and I
Yeah,
heard
you
that
did.
everywhere. Like, I think
No.
I hope you don't mind me imitating the accent, but I went to Greg's, the kind of, I guess it's kind of fast foody bakery place.
Like a fast food bakery, yeah.
Yeah, and like always didn't understand, but the way they said it was like, do you want takeaway? Like, takeaway.
Takeaway.
Yeah, and it was, oh, that sounds
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. That's another diphthong is the A. Yeah,
Hmm,
so like day, say, way.
I don't
Yeah,
know like
day,
that.
say, way. I don't know. Yeah. The whole week, my dad has been visiting me, and I've had to switch like to my, let's say, my original accent. So yeah, for this podcast episode, I'm making an exception for an hour, to speak. Let's say my teacher voice. I've also had like a bit of criticism from some people saying like, well, why don't you teach in a Yorkshire accent? And I say, because I simply don't want to. I just don't want to. I can still remember, and it's not because I think it's wrong or anything. It's just I simply like I have a teacher mode and I have, my Yorkshire mode. It's as simple as that. When I was in Spain and I was teaching like a group of teenagers, I was a language assistant in Spain, but the teacher kind of let me have a little bit of control over like teaching the class and stuff like that. And we were talking about the vowel sound, as in like pub, much, and so on. That's one I had to learn. And that's one that I still sometimes struggle with. And it sometimes slips back into an sound. It doesn't happen so often, but from time to time, a little slips out, like bus instead of bus, things like that. I'm going down to the pub instead of going to the pub.
Yeah.
And I can still remember I was teaching this sound because all the students were saying like pab. They were using it like an sound. And I said, no, it's like an And I wasn't thinking, I was like in Yorkshire mode again. And I kind of wrote the symbols on the board and I said, okay, let's say pub. I think I've said pub like so many times in this podcast episode. I'm clearly craving like a session at the pub, aren't I? It's like all I've got on the brain today is pub.
It's weekend.
But it's the weekend, that's it.
When we're recording anyway.
Yeah. So I remember saying to them like, okay, listen and repeat, did, the classic drilling exercise, pub. But the thing is, I didn't realize that I was saying pub. So I had this class of like 13, 14-year-olds, all Spanish, bless them. They're like, pub. And I was like, oh no, I've given all these people a Yorkshire accent.
Yeah.
I very quickly just said like, oh no, sorry, it's more like pub. But it was a great opportunity for me to also say like, that's how we would say it in Yorkshire,
Yeah.